Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Wellness Wednesday. I hope that you've all had a fantastic week. We're going to do something a little different this week with a convention recap. And we're not going to really go through, hang on, all the oils of the kit because we did an unboxing of that kit that I hope you got to enjoy on our Facebook Live feed. For some of you who got to enjoy me tasting the turmeric live. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed that. Veggie caps, veggie caps. And I'm going to say it one more time, veggie caps. So watch that unboxing live. We will have more of the product and we'll talk more about the products as we go through the next few weeks and months. But I do encourage you to go to a post-convention tour. I know there's Hilton Head, there's Spokane, there's Seattle, there's I think there's Pittsburgh, there's San Diego, there's all through LA, Noblesville, Indiana, Orlando. Yeah, we're going to that one. But the kit, you can get that starting October 2nd in your back office. I don't know the pricing that they're going to do, and I don't know if it's going to count for LRP. So just keep that in mind. They are making those determinations. So you have seen that? Yeah. Okay. So it could count for your LRP. I don't know, but I don't know the pricing. So
it's usually a little bit more than at convention, right?
Yeah,
and it won't come with the lemon myrtle.
Yeah, we got the lemon myrtle by coming to convention. We didn't get birch this year. We got lemon myrtle, and I got to say, lemon myrtle is a pretty big rock star. It's nice and happy. If you like the base of Elevation, it's the heavy base of the Elevation blend. So it is. I was excited about it because even though I really do love birch for all of its pain properties and inflammation properties, we got so many other products that were good for all of that, for circulation and things like that. That lemon myrtle is such a good one for emotions and mood and all that stuff, that I'm so glad that we got the lemon myrtle. But I'm going to ask, since we have so many people on here that attended convention, we're going to go through 6 questions that before we went to convention, I asked each of them 5 questions, and now we're going to go back over 6 questions just to get a feel of what they got out of convention, because it's always good to hear the different perspectives of everybody to know, hey, should I go next year? Now, I know some people who are watching this have already bought that, early bird pricing, and they're excited. And
if you haven't, you have 3 more days. If you're watching this live, if you're watching this on recording, you have until, I believe, the 29th.
28th.
28th.
You have until the 28th to buy your ticket.
To get your tickets for $125.
Which is a significant savings. So you have and then it goes up to $169 starting, and then the tickets will go on sale April 2nd. So it's significant savings because convention is an investment. And so I do want to start out saying this. We had 15 people that attended from this team, me and 14 others that attended the convention. And I appreciate every single one of them for the fact that they made the investment. They took the time. Some of them took time off work, time out of, it takes money, takes the time to go out there and spend, sometimes a week in Salt Lake City. It's a huge brain dump that you get fire hosed upon you when you go to convention. So you kind of have to clear out some space in your brain to make room for all the new products and be able to I'm forgetting the word, but pass those along to other people. So I appreciate the people that came out and did that with us. And I also appreciate the fact that we had a heck of a good time.
Yeah.
Was that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've talked to another really good friend of mine who is a gold from Wisconsin. She had probably one of the most miserable conventions of her life because she only had 5 people there from her team, and they fought almost the entire week. We didn't have any of that. We had everybody having a good time, and we had cross-line people sitting with us most of the time, at least in the group that we were sitting in for track A. And I know Alicia sat in with track B, and she sat mostly with cross-line. And we just got along, we just had a good time. We were dancing, even when, husbands looked around thinking that we were nuts, screaming to Hugh Jackman. And I just didn't care, but they got over it and they enjoyed it. And then, Al Bayless says, wow, that guy can sing. Yeah, he can.
I wish I was there. I would have been screaming too.
He's had to endure the whole Greatest Showman soundtrack for quite a while around here. So I'm just extremely grateful because we have such a special team, and I don't know that our team actually understands that all the time until we are surrounded by other teams who aren't getting along or aren't getting the things that other teams get or things like that, because we just have such a special thing going on here that I want everybody to really just absorb and appreciate. I know I do because I got to witness it, and I talked to my other leaders and my other friends, and some of them just were not having a great time. They're one line and half their team didn't show up the next day. My team showed up every single day. They did the things, and even though I was the one who wimped out with a migraine, my team kept going. So there you go. So the question number 1 is, for those of you who attended, did you get what you came for? So I'll start with Nora, since she's unmuted. Did you get what you came for at convention?
Yes, I would say so. I think one of the things I wanted to go do was make connections, and I think we really solidified some good connections with our team and some of those cross-team people. And I got enthused about what was going on. I feel empowered. I am just in awe of how much Paul enjoyed himself. Now, he avoids all this social media completely, but he totally was in love with most of the stuff for the first 2 days. 3rd day, not so much, but that's Paul. And he really, he noticed how I'm just able to go out and talk about the oils just off my cuff, just because of what I've been empowered by at the convention and at trainings and whatnot. And so he feels really encouraged by that. For me,
awesome.
Having him on board with me and a partner in it is huge.
Awesome. Mary Jo, you're unmuted, so how about you go next? Did you get what you came for?
I did. I really love the science part and hearing about all the good that's being done in the world, but the primary thing I went for is to be motivated. And that definitely happened. And be able to come back so excited that I get my team who didn't go excited about the things, and wanting to know all about it. So that was awesome.
Awesome. Glenda, you want to go?
Sure. I think when you first asked the question, what I was wanting to be able to do was to actually meet and thank each one of you on this team that have embraced me and supported me with my first year with this team. And it was just nice getting hugs and seeing people in person. We were so busy. Sometimes we didn't have time to, like Mary Jo, I didn't get to spend very much time with you, but I was able to give Nora a hug, and Rex was there to have lunch with, and you, Stephanie. And I think that was huge for me because that started a bond in Alicia. I sat with her and Shar in the B track. And so it just really helped me feel the hugs and the warmth and the love that this team has for one another. That's what I was wanting, and it was very fulfilled for me.
Alicia, you want to go?
Sure. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Did I get what I came for or wanted to get out of it? It was so much more than that for me. You know, having gone to convention last year, I kind of had some ideas of what I hoped to get out of it. And it just blew any idea I had out of the water and magnified it by 100. It was one of the most impactful experiences of my life. And not to say that in a sappy, cheesy way, but really, it was an incredible blessing to be surrounded by a mission. And it just astounds me every time I'm at a corporate event or anything surrounded by other wellness advocates. It is such an incredible experience.
Awesome. So Rex, the question I posed to the group was, at convention, did you get what you came for? Are you there, Rex?
Probably has to unmute.
Hey, Rex, can you hear us? All right, we'll move on. Well, I'll answer the question. I totally got what I came for. I set my goal out to have, to connect with the team, all of the team, and really set forth to have the motivation and the connection and the motivation to come back home and feel unstoppable when I got home. And the funny part of the whole thing is I got kicked in the face with a migraine. Absolutely kicked in the face with a migraine. But the team came through for me and stepped it up. Nora came over, took care of me. My sister came over and took care of me. And the next thing you know, I was back at it the next day. And the oils that were presented to us, they're powerhouses. So it's become something that for me it's going to be pretty big around here. And I don't know, I don't know how to say it. I came home and I was like, the kids alone. The kids were like, hey, we're going to start doing videos for you. And I'm like, excellent. I have got some extra employees. This is awesome. I don't have to be on camera all the time. One of the things I don't want to be is the one on camera all the time. So now I've got 3 more people. Excellent. So I got what I came for. So Rex, can you hear us now?
He can't.
Okay.
He's having audio issues.
Okay. All right, we'll move on to question 2. Question 2 is what did you get that you didn't expect out of this convention? I mean, I know 2 words that we're all going to say, but moving from Hugh Jackman, what else? Nora, you want to go first?
I'm having a harder time with that. I had
Okay.
so much fun. I think I had so much fun. I did not expect to be that joyous.
Okay. Glenda, you want to go?
Mine is rather self-serving, but that was when they announced where the 3 new medical clinics are going. One of them is in my hometown, my base, where we go back every year. I know. So I am all excited about actually being a part of that and being able to be on our team and be able to kind of let everybody know how it's working and what's going on. So yeah, that really, I was blown away by that surprise.
Mary Jo, you want to go? I'm going to help Rex a little.
That I didn't expect.
Yeah.
Probably the veterinary panel. Even though I don't have pets right now, I have a lot of people on my team who have pets.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really exciting, not only to listen to them, but to have doTERRA actually create a veterinaries group, that's going to be around.
Yeah, that's going to be really helpful. really helpful. Alicia?
So I'm actually going to piggyback on what Glenda said. So when they announced those, where the locations were for Prime Meridian clinics, at first I kind of had that, there's nothing in the Northwest, come on. But at the same time, I was like, oh my gosh, Glenda's like home area, St. George, we can learn so much from her while we wait in the Northwest from, I still am sad for ourselves right now, but I am super excited to be able to learn from Glenda and her contacts in that area who do have the ability to go to these clinics as they are launched, and just the incredible just opportunity that is going to be from them, because that's my big heart in doTERRA, is integrating into healthcare. Coming from a background in working in healthcare for 18 years, it is something that is just absolutely true to my heart. So I'm super excited, Glenda. You got to teach us a lot.
I will. Now, I know, was it Nora or Mary Jo that was saying how excited you were that you could still use the telepathic or the telepathic or the telephone?
Telemedicine.
Telemedicine. So even if you're not right there physically, you still have those options to still have that connection. So I think that's really great as well. So I think we're all going to have an opportunity to benefit somehow, whether it's the physical locations or the the other one, the telepathic one, whichever I said.
Telemedicine.
Telemedicine.
No, I like telepathic, Glenda.
I do too. I mean, whatever. Thank you.
Well, I missed that. Can someone expound on that a little bit? I hadn't heard that. For those of us around the country that don't have clinics nearby, that we will still be able to access that. Nora,
I thought that was just for
can you
patients.
speak to that a little bit?
Well, what the impression I got was that once you're established with the clinic, you have the ability to call in by their patient portal and actually talk with your physician or talk with your care provider, no matter where you're at. And so I think what that's going to do is allow people who live quite a ways away from the clinic still be able to go in, get established with the clinic, and then be able to have the follow-up they need by telemedicine. We use telemedicine right now here for our neurology team, because the neurology, we don't have enough neurologists to cover the whole western or eastern side of Washington and Idaho and even down into Oregon and Montana. But we use telemedicine, and those doctors diagnose and start treatment and decide whether or not they need to be transported to the hospital. This is very similar to what the Prime Meridian clinics are going to be doing.
Yeah, we have that option as well.
Yeah.
If it's after hours or something like that, you don't want to go to there, you can call. It's like $10 for our insurance plan, but and talk to a doctor, and they can diagnose. They can call in prescriptions and things like that. So
That is a fantastic. I
Yeah,
hadn't heard that yet.
You could go get established.
Insurance plan, right?
excuse me.
It's usually through your own insurance plan, right?
Ours is, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Prime Meridian's
The
going
primary
to
is going to be insurance free.
it's insurance free,
It's
which is going to be actually, I think, better, because things that I'm dealing with now, just to take care of my migraines.
Not covered.
Yeah, Prime Meridian is going to be a membership.
Yeah, it's a concierge type medicine where you pay a monthly fee and you get everything from the clinic for that monthly fee. And then you have to have a high deductible to handle any hospital stays that you may need to take. And Steph, by the way, I stopped the second migraine yesterday using the protocol.
That's awesome.
We'll talk about that at the end, because that was pretty helpful. So Kathy, the question, we're on the question, what did you get that you didn't expect out of convention?
And I'm sorry I was so late. I had trouble finding the link. I really liked that scientist that was talking that tested doTERRA's oils and didn't tell doTERRA.
Oh, Roseman University.
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all, and I loved it.
Yeah, that was a really cool thing. I'm talking about the connections of things. You know, the science, they never cease to amaze me at doTERRA on the science. So mine, I don't want this to sound boastful at all, but mine was probably, I kind of told Alicia something that happened when we went and I met them out for dinner, but I got some feedback from people on my Facebook Live videos that was very unexpected, because a lot of times I do a Facebook Live video and there's 2, maybe 3 people on, and I don't know if people actually watch the videos through later on at all, or if they just watch a couple minutes and then they click off, because sometimes they'll be 20 minutes or longer. And you know, I do them on Share Essentially Savannah, like every Wednesday night. And then I do our coaching things on Dreamlifters, or I do them over on, you know, my mom's 2 pages. And these people were cross-line, and they actually commented, stopped me. They were kind of afraid to talk to me for a little bit, which I thought was odd. Because I'm like, why are they staring at me weird? And finally, one of them just said, "It's really you from the Facebook Live videos, and we just want to thank you. You coach us better on how to do the business than anybody else that we have on the team." So it was something that was highly unexpected, that I didn't, I wasn't expecting to get. I do those coaching live videos to help everybody do better. And I do it so that anybody that wants to do this as a business, you know, I get a lot of coaching myself, and I'm a firm believer that once you learn something that works, you teach it to other people to help them learn it. Because if you don't do that, then you're just, I call you a dam, and damn you, you know. You don't dam that information up, because if that is what you do, then you're kind of, you know, it's like keeping the oils to yourself. Well, I can't let anybody know about this because I'll never have enough. It just doesn't work that way. You let the information flow through. So that's always been my philosophy on that. And I've never really gotten any feedback on whether anybody likes it. I've gotten a little bit of feedback, but for the most part, I don't get a ton of feedback on whether people like it or not. In fact, well, I've gotten a lot of negative feedback that people they're tired of hearing from me, or quit pushing me, or things like that. And this table actually took me aside and said, please don't stop doing those, because you're the only one who pushes us to do the things that we need to do. We've rank advanced because of the coaching you gave us.
That's great, Steph.
So those were things that I was not expecting to hear, because I don't really do that many coaching videos on my mom's page. I do them mostly for you guys. So, and then Hugh Jackman, I mean, come on.
Oh my God, right? Oh my God.
So Rex, can you hear us now?
I can hear you.
So what did you get? What did you get that you didn't expect at a convention?
I think I just got very excited about the business in general. I haven't been through all the personal stuff I went through in the last year. It just kind of got me re-energized and more excited, and wanting to try to learn more about the products, and just kind of like just starting over again, kind of. And I want to go to leadership.
Awesome.
So I got my work cut out for me.
You can do it.
Yep. Got lots of good help.
You can do it. So question number 3, what was your biggest takeaway that will change how you use the oils, how you do your business? You can use either one. What was your biggest takeaway from convention? We'll start with Nora.
This is so totally possible, and we have such amazing tools and a team. I think the team environment and the team that we have is really unique, and because that means none of us are alone, and we have the ability to make even bigger strides together than we could individually. And I just feel like I'm ready.
Alicia, you want to go?
Actually, Sean, no, I felt bad.
Oh, a lot of what Nora just said, actually. Anything is possible. So even when I think something is insurmountable or it's just not going the way that I think it should go or at the speed I think it should go, that it is absolutely possible to really accomplish anything. And I'm so thankful that the founders just started with such a grand vision and have just been so steadfast in that. So it's incredible hope.
Cool. Rex, you want to go?
I'm just more excited about the company. It made me realize, I always thought that was a pretty cool company, but now it's just like I'm hook, line, and sinker. It's really cool. It's just and then when they wrote that $5 million check, well, that was lights out. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
Cool. Yep.
Mary Jo?
So that I'm answering the question correctly, can I just ask you to rephrase the question again?
What was your biggest takeaway that will change either your business or how you use your oils?
I have always been really excited about the integrity of doTERRA and, the purity of their oils. I go around telling everybody that the reason I choose doTERRA for my oils is because they are absolutely obsessive about the purity of their oil. And hearing APRC talk about, call up Corey Lindley and say, hey, I've got a great batch of oil. It's at 95%. Are you interested? And he says no, that they won't take anything less than 100%. Just reaffirms to me that what I'm saying to people is really accurate. And to hear from APRC how we're the only client who does that is just amazing. It just reconfirms what I'm going for. And I think that alone will really help my business too.
Perfect. Kathy?
Yeah, I agree with Mary Jo. I think that, I don't know, the convention really seemed to motivate me. Oh, and one of the things your mother gave me was an oil blend that she said is going to motivate me to get moving. So one that she made. So
Oh, Lord, what is in it?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
Smells good.
But I'm going to use it.
Okay.
I expect
Oh, I
miracles.
heard about that blend.
Fairy godmother blend. Fairy godmother.
Yeah, I heard about that blend. She didn't give me one.
Smell it?
Sure, I'll smell it right now. Thanks for sharing now, by the way. You sat next to me the entire time. Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't want to bring it
So
over.
I'm hoping that motivation just keeps me going. And you know what I would really like, Steph? Remember when they were just giving us all those statistics about doTERRA? Bing, bang, boom. I would love to get all those statistics to use,
Watch the live stream and write it down. Stop it and write it down.
Yeah.
Was that the last day? I think it was, wasn't it? Like in the morning?
No, a lot of it was the first day.
First day since we last met.
The notes that we got sent by, is it Eve? Those were phenomenal too. It's like 100 pages of notes. I'm glad I didn't hit print on my printer.
Wait,
I did because I want to find it.
Where was that?
It's in the Dream Messenger.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Susie posted a link to it.
Okay, thanks.
Sue, you want to go?
What?
Go ahead.
I tried to get those notes and I never got anything. I don't know what happened.
Oh,
Was it supposed to come in your email?
No, it was a link to a Google Drive, wasn't it?
well,
Yes.
if you could do that, or you could, like I did it and it downloaded into a file for me.
Oh, it opened up and it said, just give me your name, your email, and then it said a button for download the stuff, and I hit it and nothing. So I'm like, I don't know what I did wrong.
Go
I'll
through the
try.
messenger. There's a link to the Google Drive too.
I'll try it again.
Sue, we'll go with you. Sue, what's the biggest takeaway you got from convention that'll change either how you use your oils or your business, how you do your business?
Well, I'm really excited that Al came with me because he's excited now too. And so I feel like I have a partner in this now, and it's not like me flying solo and trying to explain it to him also. And so that helped a lot. But I really want to incorporate how doTERRA has such a big heart in what I do now, because I mean, I just kept wanting to cry at convention because of how much they help people and how much they reach out to people who are pushing beyond what would take other people down. You know, they just really have a great way of applauding people for just going for it. And I just love that, and I really want to share that facet with more people, because a lot of times I want to just share, this can help you with that. But so many people see that there's so much ugly in the world, and many people who are downtrodden and don't have any hope. But I think that doTERRA really fills us with hope and really helps us to see that there's a way that I can help all of these people around the world because I use doTERRA. So that really is a big facet of it for me.
Absolutely. Glenda, I think you haven't. What's
Yeah.
yours?
Thanks, Stephanie. You know, I took advantage of the Empowered Success opportunity that they gave us on Tuesday, that 4 hours. And I really think my biggest takeaway was understanding that these tools are proven. The live and the share and all of that we need to follow those in our business, because that's how it works. And I think sometimes I found it's not felt like it flows well for me, but after going to hear them speak about it and other people, I really now have a stronger feeling for taking all those steps and helping develop. I think part of my problem is I've gotten them to sign up with me, and they've gotten their oils and they're loving them, but I don't know that I'm fostering and mentoring a continued relationship with them in the oils. And I learned that through that particular course that day. So that was pretty big for me.
My biggest takeaway was when Nicole Stevens was speaking. She's one of our lead scientists, and I've actually met her at the Orlando event. She's about 6'2", and then she wears 2-inch heels, so I felt like a midget next to her. And I'm 5'7", so I'm not short. But she talked about how she quantified what CPTG means for people. And it's more than a marketing strategy, because she fell in love with essential oils long before doTERRA ever was in existence. And when she would go test oils, she would test them and she would never get the same results twice. And this was a company that is our direct competitor. And they base their whole marketing skills on, we own our own farms, you can trust us, we have the most pure oils on the market. But yet she's in a lab doing laboratory results, and she can't get the same result twice with their pure oils, which Roseman University also tested their oils, and they didn't even have the same color for the same oil. That right there shows, I mean, doTERRA is tested the same every single time. And there was a quote about, if you are going to make a dosage for somebody, It has to be the same dosage every time. You can't give somebody a dose of something and one time it's a drop of pure oil and the next time it might be a quarter with some other stuff in it. But she ended hers on that whole, because of the dream theme that we had going on, she asked a lot of hardcore questions because her dream was to be a research scientist who fell in love with essential oils and could prove to the world that essential oils work. That's her whole thing. She's talked about it in a number of corporate events that I've been to with her. And she ended it with a Dr. Hill quote. And this quote got me, you guys, and I hope it sunk in with you that we're there. And if you watch the live stream, I hope you understood this. She said, we don't have the luxury of being part-time pioneers.
Right.
Now, I've been a pioneer a little bit in my time. So this one stuck with me. You don't go through and you aren't a female pilot without taking a couple shots. You don't look right. Your hat's not on straight. You're not wearing the right pants. Why are you sitting there? You know, the comments that were made. I helped build a program to teach the G650. We had our ups and downs. As you go through this process, when that comment was said, I thought, oh yeah, because you're going to have times where you just don't feel like doing this business. You're going to have days where you just don't feel it. If you're part-time, you can't be a pioneer. You either have to go all in and love it, or you have to, you know, Hugh Grant said it too. If he would not have gotten The Greatest Showman made had he part-timed it. If it's something you really want, you have to go all in. You have to go all in. You have to be coachable. You have to use your oils. You have to be in it to win it. You can't be part-time and be a pioneer. It's just not going to work. So that was probably one of my biggest takeaways, because if you want to dream, you need to dream big and you have to go all in. So question number 4, was it worth the investment? Sue, is it worth the investment to go to convention?
Absolutely worth the investment, because I look at it as a jump start every year, I guess, because you go through the year and, you know, you have the hard times with, you know, people not showing up to your classes or so many no's in a row or whatever, but you go to convention and it just fills you up. You know, it gives you all that new information that you need to share with people. There's excitement behind it. You have that not reassurance, but just, you know that what you're doing is right, because they're showing you how good this stuff is and what wonderful things it does and how they're helping so many people when you use it. It's a warm fuzzy, I guess. I just love it. And then when I got to bring my husband with me too, and he loved it as well, it just doubled it for me. So we're excited. It's awesome.
Kathy, how about you? Was it worth the investment?
Yeah, definitely. I was so psyched by it. I only wish that us scooter people could have sat with everybody.
Yeah, you guys got prime seating though, so.
Oh, yeah.
I know, but by the
Yeah.
same token, you know, I missed a lot of the team stuff, you know, being with the team.
Yeah. I want to point that out to everybody, that we had people who had electric scooters, we had people who walked, we had people in different tracks, we had people who drove in each day. We had people who stayed in Airbnbs, who stayed in hotels. We had all different, you know, our leader, Annette Jukes, they stayed in an RV. There were all sorts of ways you can budget and do convention. So.
Yeah, I think it was totally worth it.
Nora, how about you?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I think that, you know, because I've got another big trip coming up next week, and I'm trying to balance all those balls in the air at the same time, but there's no way I was going to skip on convention. And I would have to say to those of you who haven't been to leadership, it's so well worth it, because it's like getting a second shot in the middle of the year. And you go to convention, you have a chance to really develop that relationship with your team and get the information you need, the emotional recharge that you need. And then you go home and you work on it, and you keep those connections going. But then when you go to leadership, you get to know even more of your leaders as well, cross-line. And I just think that the stuff that doTERRA does is so valuable when it comes to these kinds of events.
Rex, was it worth it?
Absolutely. It'd be worth more, but don't tell them that. They could charge 3 times that, and I'd go. It's just the fact that you get to see all the corporate people, you get to see the throng of people, the multitude of people that are excited is just incredible. And it's just everybody kind of just feeds off of each other there. And you can't get that on any kind of Zoom chat, any kind of email, any kind of communication other than being there. It was just smashing. And I've been in a lot of multi-levels for over the past 25 years. And this is as good of a convention that I've been to. And I'm excited next year for next year already. But I want to bring more people with me. That's the key. Mm-hmm. But it was just without question, it was worthwhile.
Sweet.
Yeah, the amount of value you get for what they charge is phenomenal.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, you can't be. It's like you can't even explain it. There's just so much input you get. It's almost for free. It's awesome.
Alicia, how about you?
Absolutely. And I would love to take a minute to speak to maybe the mamas out there who have kids at home who, there's a lot to going into convention and organizing things at home with kids and activities and all the things that happen. And I just want to tell you, whether you're a builder or a customer, it is absolutely worth it. You will not be sorry. You will not for a moment wonder if you made the right decision. The moment you get there and you start to experience the doTERRA culture and being around so many like-minded people, you will absolutely be reassured that you're in the right place. Even when those things might come up when you're gone, that happened at home when I was gone, it was still absolutely worth it. We rolled with it, and it is absolutely worth the investment, the time, and all the energy it takes as a mom or dad to get everything lined up at home so you can leave.
Yeah. Mary Jo.
Well, I agree with everything everybody has said. And, this was my 5th year, like you, Steph. So if I'm coming back every year, there has to be a reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Glenda.
Absolutely. I agree with everyone. Some of us come from further away. Some of us have more expense. Some of us have less, but it's worth whatever the investment is you put into it. I think sometimes if you put more into it, you get more out of it. You're more driven to make sure that you really spend the time and get everything they're offering. And I just, I would recommend it for anyone.
I agree. I love convention. I do love leadership, so I do want to see more of you come to leadership with me, because I love leadership too. So for those of you who are building most of you on this call are builders, but even if you are a customer, if you were you can imagine yourself as a builder or a customer. What is your commitment level after attending the convention? Did it go up? Did it go down? Did it stay the same? How did that work for you? I think some of you have already kind of answered this because you've already kind of said you're more motivated, you're more ready to go. But, Nora, what would you say? What was your commitment level to doTERRA, to building, to using your oils?
I don't know that it got greater, but the desire to share it more. I feel emboldened and freer to share it right now than I have ever felt before. And the oils are just unbelievably wonderful. The product, the company, my team, all of those elements make it so worthwhile to share. But now I feel like I'm on a mission because I want to get one of those clinics here in Spokane. And the only way I'm going to get that is get enough people that they can't ignore me anymore.
Sue, how about you?
Yeah, commitment level is at crazy right now. Al and I bought tickets to Gala, which means we really have to move our high knees and make rank. So he said, we're going to buy the tickets because we're going to believe we're going to be there next year. I said, okay, we'll buy them. And now that you're with me, we're going to work hard on this. So yeah, commitment level through the roof.
Sweet. Kathy.
Yeah, I think that it's higher. It certainly feels higher. We'll see how I do.
Okay. Alicia.
Yes, absolutely. I think it just reignited everything and absolutely drove it home. And now I'm feeling unstoppable, and I'm going to be. So I'm like with Rex. Rex, I'm looking forward to seeing you at leadership too. And Glenda, everybody.
Awesome. Rex, how about you?
I'd say it's just I'm on a rocket ship right now. I'm really excited about it. I'm just tremendously busy at work, so I've got to try to figure out how to do everything and still get some sleep. But I'm ready to kick this thing in the butt and get it moving.
Awesome. Mary Jo.
Yeah, I agree with you, Rex. Right now it's tremendously busy at work, but it's just the fall is always my busiest time because we ended our fiscal year. But at the same time, coming back from convention, I'm also super motivated, which is what happens with me every year. So this is, fall seems to be my best time. And I expect to take every advantage of it. I know I've already met with a couple of my leaders, and they're very excited and putting together a plan on talking about who we're going to work with as builders and how we're going to help them. And so highly motivated, on a rocket ship, like Rex said.
Glenda.
I left with a feeling of having more confidence in the validation of essential oils worldwide is so huge. And I've kind of felt like that crazy voodoo lady, like they treat us when we try to approach people, right? And so when you go to convention and they arm you with so much information that you're now all of a sudden I'm feeling like, oh, I'm behind the 8 ball on this. Before you feel like you're kind of dragging people, but I feel like, oh my gosh, this is real. This needs to happen. This is my duty in my life, is to share these oils because they're going to be a part of our future. And I've got more confidence because of what we learned at convention about the world and the need for these oils and the pure oils that we have, the right oils.
Yeah. Well, I know my commitment level has been, after my very first convention, I was locked and loaded. And I have been that way ever since. And this time it's no different. And I think I'm, if not a little bit more bold than I was before. So just watch out. Because I saw that, I didn't even see the little pink ribbon when I took a picture. Somebody else pointed it out, and I was like, oh, dear Emily, aren't you just sneaky? But here we go. Pink pepper, everybody. You need pink pepper, and you need to fight some stuff. I've always said DDR prime for, things, but So the last question is, how will you begin starting today? How are you going to start kicking? How are you going to take this motivation, this excitement, and start today? Mary Jo, you already kind of alluded to the fact that you've already met with some of your leaders. Do you have anything in the works for further on?
Yep. So we had dinner last night, went through, I talked about all my notes from convention, and we talked about it and introduced them all to the new products. And we realized we've got 2 people down south, like an hour and a half drive type of thing. Okay, so maybe between that and 2 hours, Bonnie Lake and Auburn. And they don't know each other, but the 3 of us are contacting them and trying to see if there's a Sunday in October, because Paul has been working with Amy. I've been trying to work with Jennifer Duff and promised to get back to her. So right now we're contacting them to see if we can work out a lunch where the 3 of us will drive down there near them to make it easy for them. And then so we could have a lunch and talk about things and how to help them. And then Amy wants to have a class party, whatever, that evening while we're down there. And so I've proposed that to Jennifer as well and said, we can split up at that point if you're also interested in having something.
Yeah. Perfect.
So that's where we're going right now.
Awesome. Glenda, how about you?
Well, I think part of what I want to try to do is my lack of confidence that I've now come back with. One of the challenges I had was really trying to talk to people in more depth about sharing or building, and I didn't want have them feel like I was intimidating them or becoming a stalker of some kind. So I want to go back through the people on my team that I've already enrolled and rethink what their abilities are and identify their strengths a little bit more and change that conversation a little bit and learn more about it. I think maybe I've just been too afraid to broach that, where there could be people that would be very open to it, and I've held back. So my plan is to go back through my list and try to identify those people that may be ready to move forward a little bit more than what I've allowed them to do or encouraged them to do.
Cool. Alicia, how about you?
So we have in Spokane have one of the very first post-convention tour dates of October 3rd, so next Wednesday. So I've gone through and personally invited each of my customers over the last couple of days, and then I've mapped out what my October and November and December with my goal of rank advancing. And Nora and I are going to mastermind a little bit before she leaves back for her trip next week. And then just really talking with my shares and kind of starting some conversations with them and building an incredible game plan for the next 90 days. That's what I'm doing.
Good plan. A 90-day plan is always a good thing, because when you have it planned out for 90 days, even if you have to adjust, at least you have a game plan.
Yep.
And that's something that everybody should do. Plan out. Businesses plan out their quarters. We have a business, so plan out your quarters. Hey, Rex, how about you?
Well, I need just, first thing I need to do is sponsor more people, and I need to do, by doing that, to do that, I need to talk to more people, and then also get some of the people involved below me involved as well. I've already talked to a few, and just need to be more active, and because I'm not going to get to leadership unless I get moving. So that's the plan, is just to try to do a little bit each day, regardless of what it is. I was listening to a couple, what was the guy's name your mom put on a link today? He's a Blue Diamond guy or whatever. I listened to one of his videos this morning while I was in the sauna and that. I mean, it's just trying to get more info every day that I can, and just do more than I have been, and continue to increase that level of interest, activity, momentum every day. So just get off my butt.
Nora, how about you?
You get near me, you're going to hear about the oils. Everybody at work got to sample the new products. I've got a couple of trips this weekend, and on both of them, I'm strategically looking for people that I can contact or touch base with while I'm there. The more, the merrier. I have people coming up to me asking me, what smells so good? And boy, believe me, I'm off and running. All they gotta do is give me a little. And so I need to, once I sit down with Alicia, I know what my commitment for her is. Denise and I have already made some plans, and we're looking at trying to talk to a clinic down in the Tri-Cities. I just need to keep my calendar as full as possible. I'm not going to stop running. I've already got 3 weeks full now.
All right.
So.
Kathy, how about you?
Well, I'm with Rex. I need to get off my butt. I want to get all my notes together from convention and at least meet with some of my team. But you know what I was actually thinking of today was at least putting together a Zoom chat invite and invite everybody below me. I'll see who comes and who doesn't, just to talk about convention and what went on and what I learned, and try to get them motivated also.
That's a
So,
good idea.
yeah, I'd like to do that.
All right. Sue, how about you?
I am trying to plan like an open house, which is a very scary thing for me because I don't like to have parties. It stresses me to the max to do something like that. But I thought of it today, and then I thought, if my first reaction was, no, I can't have an open house. And I thought, well, if it doesn't scare you, it's not worth it. So this is a scary thing for me, and I'm going to push through scary thing. I wanted to do it this Sunday because I want people to see it before the new products come out. I don't know what dates they have for their LRP order, but I don't know if I can pull it together by then because Al works this weekend. So I might have to reach out to a couple of my gals and see, because they're more. They've got the gift of what is it? The gift when you invite people over?
Hospitality.
Yes, they have the hospitality. I don't have that gift.
So you can launch a church, you can have a party.
What?
You can launch a church, you can throw a party.
I know.
Yeah.
I did that stuff at the church.
Now you're good.
I was going to say, Sue, you have the gift. You just don't accept that you have it yet.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. But in my mind, I see myself setting up like the diffuser in my bedroom and the oils that you can use in your bedroom, and people can go like to the bedroom and see what you can use there, and they go to my office and see the things that I use to help me focus and stay on task, and go to the kitchen and see the things that you can use in your kitchen, and just sort of wander around and look and maybe have a drawing for, one of the new products or something. But it overwhelms me to think about. So but anyway, I'm just going to do it.
Keep it simple.
That's one of the things I'm thinking about.
I would open the box, let them smell, let them play, do a little intro 101 class if they want to bring other people in, then show the new products, and then have a diffuser. Make up a cool diffuser blend. That's keep it simple. And remember, because then you don't have to clean up your whole house.
Well, my house is already clean because I had a house sitter.
Oh.
So I'm like, my house is looks pretty good right now.
Well,
so maybe I should go. But then I need to re-engage some of these people. Most of my team is kind of like dropping off. Not really ordering, not doing their 100 LRP. I'm not going to get my bonus for the first time ever this month because I just can't get people to want to engage. So I would like to re-engage and tell them this is what this is all about. This is going to help you. This isn't about me or anybody else. This is about you doing what you need to do for yourself to give yourself the best health, to give yourself the best way to take care of yourself naturally, all the benefits of doTERRA. That's what I want to make sure that they understand. And maybe I didn't explain that well enough to begin with. So I need to go back and make sure that everybody understands what really this is about and why I introduced them to it and why I think they decided to become members of doTERRA, just to make sure that they see the big picture.
Yeah. One of the quotes that was a big hit on the Facebook Live that we did too was when I said, you're a quality product and you need to use quality products. I've seen like 5 or 6 people on our team make that into a meme and repost it. So I've been quoted. Don't ask.
You're so popular.
These are things that make me weird, don't make sense to me. So what I did, like, we don't have anything necessarily planned. I took all the oil. I took a bunch of the oils. I walked into the theater with the kids kit and opened it up.
There you go.
And got an enrollment.
Can I just say something about the kids kit right now? I know we're not talking about products, but I came home to a daughter who was sick. And she opened her toolkit and started applying the protective blend to the back of her neck. In less than 48 hours, she's good.
I love
Back
that.
feeling good. All her friends are still sick. She's rocking and rolling. I love
Sweet.
this.
That's
I
awesome.
love this.
That kid's kit is amazing.
I loved the video your kids did, Steph.
They pushed me out of the way.
That was cool.
So it's made into a YouTube. Feel free to share it wherever you want to go. So I mentioned that Nora helped save me. So we will talk a little bit about product and then we'll end this. These products are potent for those of you who are watching this and haven't experienced them yet. I will say, I was going to have everybody say where they were from, so that if you aren't anywhere near, me, I'm around Orlando. If you don't know where I live, I'm Melbourne, Florida, Vieira, Florida. I know Glenda's around Savannah right now. She travels a lot, but she's in an RV. You can see the little sign in her thing. It says RV there yet. It's pretty funny. I can see that. Yes, I can see that. Nora and Alicia are out in Spokane. Sue is in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Kathy is in Pennsylvania. Rex is in Indiana. And Mary Jo is in Seattle. So we have people all over the country. And I'm sure they would be more than willing to let you experience the new products. So if you're not friends with them on Facebook and you're in their area, they're in Share, all these people are in Share Essentially Savannah. Just go to the members list and friend them. You get friend requests from people that you're in the same group, accept the friend request. It's probably not some weird, Middle Eastern person that's trying to sell you your new land plot and your royalty crown from Africa. It's okay. We can all be friends, okay?
I made a new friend from China at convention.
So you can, but if they're in your area and there's somebody near you, if you can't get to a post-convention tour, try and get to somebody who has the products so you can smell them and experience them. Because I opened up that kit, literally a couple hours after I got it, because that's the thing. Unopened bottles of oil don't do you any good sitting on your shelf looking pretty. So you got to open them up. You got to start using them. So was it Friday, Nora? I was sitting there and I was just not feeling great that day. I had this gorgeous hotel room, simply gorgeous hotel room with a bed that might as well have been a roll-up futon. It was terrible. Every spring in the bed you could feel. And it had chiclet pillows. And if you don't know what a chiclet pillow is, it's a big fluffy pillow that when your head hits it, poof, it's gone, just like chiclet gum. It's not real gum, it's just gone. So I wasn't sleeping great in this bed. So those tend to be triggers for migraines for me when I'm not sleeping well and I'm like things are going numb while I'm laying in a bed with springs poking me. So by Friday I was like not feeling great, and I looked at Patty Bayless and I looked at Al Bayless and I said, I gotta go. This is not getting better. I had taken my medicine. I had gone to the pharmaceutical side of the world at a doTERRA convention. Took my medicine, got up, walked out, and went to the hotel, called Russ. I think I still made sense when I called him, but it was quickly going downhill to the point where when I called my sister, she didn't understand what I was saying. So it was that bad. So I was slurring and I couldn't move my face and the whole bit. So she comes over, watches me, calls Nora, sends Nora over. Nora breaks open my, I had the oils out anyway, but Nora's like, all right, let's do this. So she breaks out yarrow palm, turmeric, pink pepper, a couple blends that she had, and she works down my back and neck to the point where I could move and I could see and I could feel things again on my right side, because we were probably 10 minutes from an ER visit. So that proceeded to get me up to make the team party that we were having that night, where I went, had some guacamole, because that's the motivating factor here, the guacamole. They make good guacamole there, man. Oh, it's so good.
They do.
It's so good. The enchiladas, the guacamole's good.
The tacos were great too.
They were good. They were okay. It's not the guacamole. So we get there and get to hang out with everybody and see everybody, and I go back to the hotel. I take my medicine. I wake up and I do more of the yarrow palm and a little bit more turmeric on my feet, and I'm up and I'm ready to go for the next day of convention. So I didn't pink pepper myself again, but yarrow palm and turmeric are huge, you guys. I mean, huge. If you've got circulation issues, if you've got migraine issues, if you've got neurological issues, I already heard somebody that said, well, they're expensive. That ER visit alone would have been $1,000, and I would have missed convention. I would have missed a party. I mean, all the trauma that would have gone through that aspect would have far exceeded $1,000. And that bottle of oil is what is it, 95 or something?
For 30 ml.
For a 30 ml bottle starting in December.
You know what? Use your points.
Exactly. Use your points and buy it.
Hello.
And but $95 versus $1,000 in a place where I don't know anybody but my team, and I don't have a way to get it. And if they do find something and it's not a headache, I'm in Salt Lake City, 2,000 miles from home. Use your oils, people. I'm just saying. That's the beauty of what we got in this gift in this box. I can't use the deodorant, by the way. I have to wait for the sensitive skin one. I'm delicate.
I figured that out for myself too.
I'm delicate. He likes it, but that's okay. So I'll have Nora post that, if you don't mind, post that bone pain and that soft tissue pain, or whatever those blends are called. Make them compliant.
Well, that's what I call them.
Make them compliant, and we'll post them in the group.
Would that be for arthritis?
Oh yeah, you can use it for arthritis. You can use it for, Paul broke his ankle years ago, and that's how I came about figuring these out. And one of them I got from PJ Hanks. That's the bone pain one. And the soft tissue one is one I made up. And we've been able to get it so that Paul can go to his work expo things, and he can be on his feet all day long and still move. But there was one other thing that we discovered from the products as well, and that was we've been taking DDR prime, deep blue polyphenols, and we added the copaiba to it so that we don't hurt, because traveling, we drove down and drove back, and traveling like that really can be hard on somebody of my generation's back and legs, and you can't hardly move getting out of the car. So we took that about every 3 hours, and Paul and I had no problem. We got up and moved, and it was fabulous. So the copaiba gel caps, awesome.
Yeah, they are awesome. So, well, to
I
honor
can't wait.
everybody's,
I can't wait till you can get the copaiba soft gels, man. Oh, I saw them in the office, but they're grayed out right now.
yeah, they'll be all those things will be available October 2nd. So just a couple weeks. So, well, does anybody else have anything that they want to say to inspire anybody that would be watching this on a replay, or for those who didn't attend convention, to give them any,
Just do it.
Right. Just do it.
You have the power to do it. You've got to set your mindset, go forth, and don't quit.
and use your oils.
Amen.
I'm trying to tell my people now, buy the tickets now while they're on sale. They've never been on sale before to people who weren't at convention. So buy it now, and you have a whole year to save up for the travel.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, don't keep it a secret.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you all for being on here. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that showed up for convention, and everybody who showed up for the call. I appreciate those who are listening to this later. And we will have our next Wellness Wednesday. If that one, I believe, let me look at the date, will be the launch of next month. That'll be next month's. It'll be October 3rd, which will be the launch of next month's product. So it'll be me talking about, as far as I know, me talking about the specials for October and the launch of all the new products. And then after that, I'll recruit some of these people on here to talk about some of their favorite, maybe they'll pick their favorite new product and then give us a talk. He's going to talk about deodorant, I think. He likes it. For an hour,
Yeah.
Thanks, Steph.
So take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steph.
Bye.
I missed you.